That's funny. United States isn't even in the list anymore. There went that idea. Okay, where are we? Flagstaff. Okay. Let's see if we can get a job to Winnemucca, shall we? Hey, look at that. Dang. 29.51 for a scraper. That is a heavy item. Hey, Mom. Let's take that scraper. I can haul it. I've got the engine for that now. Okay. Almost full on gas. Let that guy go first. Where is... Okay, there's a gas station right over here. Let's go get gas first. Make sure I have a... Wait. How long is this job? Because if this job is for Winnemucca, 1,500 miles. How much can my tank take me? 1,800. I don't need gas. Never mind. We'll be fine. I'll have 300 miles to spare. Okay. Let's put that. There. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Wait, hold on. I drove past the place. Whoops, not R, T. How's your day been today, Mom? Oh wow, awesome. I was texting with him a couple days ago. That cut that corner a little too close, didn't I? Whoops. Hey Kaylu, what's going on? Nice, leveling up in 14. Cool. Well, I'm driving solo for the moment, but maybe somebody will hop in a little later and hang out with me. There's a guy behind me coming up. That dude's gonna gain on me as soon as I start going uphill like this. It's all good, I'm gonna let him. Oh, see, now it says 700 miles. And I have 1,200 miles in the 1,300 miles in the tank, so I have got plenty of gas. How have you been doing, Kalu? That's good to hear. Not that my mom is leaving, but that you've been doing good mostly. I want to ride this outside line so that the guy behind me doesn't have to worry about my load hanging over into his lane a little bit. Because if you look in my left-hand mirror, you can see that the tire and a little metal portion of my my cargo hangs off of my my trailer. So if I'm too close to that left-hand lane, there's a chance he'll scrape it as he goes by. But just try to limit the damage to that other guy's truck if we can, and to our cargo as well, obviously. He seems to be much more strict on his downhill. He doesn't seem to be gaining speed on his downhill, because that's when I start pulling away from him. So he must be closer on his... He must stick closer to his 65. That's my computer, by the way, for anybody wondering where that USB sound came from. What are you worrying about your PC for? Is it starting to act up on you? Oh, I think the guy that was following me got off at Kingman because he's fallen way behind now. Mid-50s isn't anything that I would consider concerning, really. You might want to look into like dusting all your fans out and cleaning out your heat sink that's on your processor, but that would be my initial assumption at the moment. How hot does it run while you're playing Final Fantasy XIV? Because if it stays mid-50s during that process as well, then I would say don't worry about it. If it climbs up into like the 60s or 70s, I'd be like, you might want to do a little bit of cleaning. 60 or 70? Okay. Yeah. Even 60 and 70, I mean, that's hot, but I wouldn't call that like a dangerous temperature. You have to get into the 80s and stuff before you really start getting concerned. And plus, all modern motherboards, or at least all good motherboards, have an auto temp off feature. So if it starts to get too hot, the motherboard will just shut your computer off. So you'll lose complete power to your computer for like 15 minutes while it cools down. And it may cause damage to your operating system, but none of your components inside will get fried. But yeah, open the thing up, give it a really good cleaning. You might also want to run the computer while the door's off so that you can get a good look at how the fans are spinning. Make sure all your fans are still working properly. There's not like an intake or a exhaust fan that's spinning on a slower RPM or just completely hosed up and not spinning at all. And if push comes to shove, get yourself a new CPU cooler. You know, or maybe reseat your current one. Wipe off all the thermal grease and apply brand new thermal grease and reseat it. Maybe the heat sink wasn't as down hard enough as it should have been, and it was able to get dust up underneath, causing heat buildup. You may have to get under there and clean that. The instruction manuals for mounting a good, your computer has ADC as a threshold. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. Hottest you've ever seen is 76. I would still give it a thorough cleaning. You'll probably be fine. Heat temperatures are not necessarily a sign of faulty hardware. It's usually a sign of cleanliness issues. What kind of video card do you have in there? Also, welcome back, Mom. GTX 970, same video card I have. Make sure to give that a thorough cleaning as well. One of the things a lot of people don't tend to keep in mind when dealing with components is ambient temperature. So the temperature that's inside your computer case, even when it's just sitting, like, you turn it on and you just let it sit at the Windows desktop for like 20 minutes. Bringing down that temperature is also good. Oh, if you leave it alone, it'll drop down into the 40s? Oh, yeah, 40s are normal. Idling at 30 is like peak performance. 40 is considered average. Most people are going to idle around 40C. I think I idle like at 45 or 46C, give or take. I've never really paid attention to temperatures because, to me, it's not that big of a deal. These people with leftover fireworks. You guys probably heard that. That was really loud. I think this guy's following streetlights. Oh God, why would you turn? Oh. Do not do what that guy did. Do not turn right from the left-hand lane. Why did that guy smash into me? Did 9 damage to my truck and 1 damage to my load. What the hell was that about? Griefers? He would be the first one I've ever seen. If he chases me down the highway and does it again, I'll make sure he gets reported. I'll consider that somebody who wasn't paying attention, but he was honking at me as he was coming up. But I mean, hey, at least he flipped his truck, right? That's going to be some significant damage he's going to have to repair. By the way, if you ever play this Kalu with us, or by yourself or whatever, and you're on multiplayer, if you ever see somebody doing that, and you're pretty sure it's intentional, write down their company name, as well as their regular name, because you can report the company, and then the mod community will go after the company as well, and like contact the leader of the company. Give him a warning, like you need to get your drivers under control. And or if it's the leader of the company, they'll just shut the company down. Ban the CEO. If it's the CEO of the company, they'll ban the CEO, shut the company down, which closes out everybody else in the company. It's fine. I will always assume it's unintentional on the first attempt. Unless I blatantly see somebody, like, chasing me down and weaving to make sure they hit me. But I'm gonna assume that was a mistake on his part. Give him the benefit of the doubt for now. I need to look up the commands for the TruckersMP server to see if there's like a report command that I can enter if that happens and I just am sitting here and somebody's like harassing me. I'm sure there is some command like /report and then the person's name. But I get a feeling that the server admins probably get a log of all truck-to-truck collisions. It would make sense. Although that was pretty impressive how heavy my truck was, 44 tons just with the load, let alone however much the cab weighs. And this dude hit me going like, I was going like 50. So he had to have been going like 65 or 70 when he hit me, and it flipped his truck, and my truck was just like, whoop. Whoa, I felt something. That was funny. I would have been more upset if it had dealt more damage. Oh God. What's up, bro code? Would you like to guess what my credit card bill was after the holidays? Not really. Well, Kalu, all you really have to do is go down to a local electronics store, preferably not Best Buy, because Best Buy is expensive for this. But I mean, you could probably go to like Walmart or a dollar store nearby you and grab a couple of cans of compressed air. Make sure they have a straw that comes with it, and open up the side of your case and just blow out all the fans and any place that looks like it could easily collect dust, like components that are close to each other, and just hold it so that the can, hold it like you would hold a can of spray paint. You know, the can is down, the nozzle's at the top, and you're spraying forward. Don't turn the can upside down, regardless of what anybody tells you to do. Don't do that. Because if you do that, it doesn't blow air. It blows freeze, which condenses instantly in the hot air and will throw water all over your computer. Yes, and do it outside, preferably. Otherwise, you're going to blow dust all over the place. But yeah, as long as you're using a can of compressed air, you don't really have anything to worry about. You're not gonna blow so hard that you cause problems. How high was your credit card bill after the holidays, bro code? I mean, considering you went to New York City, I mean, you have to take that into consideration, so. Enlighten me, my friend. Ouch. Good Lord. I guess we're going to the next road. Oh, I didn't paint that one section. Bummer. Oh well. I thought I had. Cooling system is much louder than other cooling systems. I told this type of cooling system is called a blower. That doesn't tell me anything at all, really. I don't know anything by that term. I would assume that means you have... See, that's the other thing. A lot of people... Did you build this computer or did you buy it? Let me ask you that question. You bought it. Okay. It takes the air in from the bottom, not from the front. Okay. That's unique. How do you have this thing sitting? Is it on the floor? And what material is your floor made of? Is your floor carpet? Or is it tile or hardwood, linoleum, something like that? I mean, basically, is it carpet or is it something else that's not carpet? Carpet. Okay. Rule number 1. If you have fans on your computer near the bottom or have vent holes on your computer near the bottom and your computer is sitting on carpet, get it off of the carpet. I don't care if you have to go buy a cardboard box and cut it up and just put a layer of cardboard underneath your computer. Get a little wooden thing, like a wooden box, and stick it underneath and raise your computer up 3 or 4 inches, but get it off of the carpet. Because if your cooling system is not running at peak efficiency and perfectly tuned, your computer is a vacuum cleaner. If you're blowing more air out the back than you have fans sucking air in the front, you've just created a vacuum box. And now it's sucking all the dirt out of your room. Plus, it's sitting on carpet, so you're sucking in carpet fibers. Not good for a computer. So, put it on something that isn't carpet. If you have to get like a cardboard box and just cut a chunk of cardboard out, make sure you have like 2 or 3 inches around the outside of the computer, so that, I mean, it's not sitting directly on the carpet, but you've also got a couple of inches where there's a gap. So definitely get it off of the carpet one way or another. Hey, what's up, this guy? What's my mic and headset? My mic is a Audio-Technica AT2035, and that's this. Well, I gotta turn. Hold on a second. And my headset is a Kingston HyperX, or Kensington HyperX. I think it's Kingston. Kingston HyperX something that comes with its own microphone, and I just detached the microphone because it unplugs. It looks like a stereo headphone jack, so I just unplugged it, stuck it in a drawer. But they're really good. They're like 7.1 USB headsets. I like them. I want to say when I bought the headset, it was like $70. The mic was significantly more expensive. Yeah, definitely. You intend to move it onto the table? I recently got an old TV, and the table said TV was sitting should provide plenty of room. Okay. So yeah, definitely put the computer up there. Well, unhook it, take it outside, blow all that junk out of there, because it's going to be dirty. And then sit it on the table, and you should be good. It's still technically going to be a vacuum cleaner, but having it up off of the ground is going to help a lot. Like, my computer is sitting on top of a chest of drawers And if I stick my right hand out, I'm touching it right now. And my right hand is straight out. Like, whoosh. It's right here. So it's like 3 feet off the ground on a chest of drawers. And I don't have bottom fans on it. All my fans are in the front, and then the exhaust is in the back. And actually the exhaust is facing me, which hopefully in a week or so I'm gonna change. Oh, I'm sure none of this damage is permanent.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
Streamer, Twitch. Hey, this guy! Resubbed for his 3rd month in a row. Thanks, man! Very much appreciated. Admiral Bro Code, this guy, y'all want to post some indies in the chat to... Woo! Resub! Y'all are the only ones here, so... I'll just call you out specifically. Usually there's more subs here and I can't call people out, I just ask for it, but you know what it is. You got a trip to Bora Bora as a gift. Oh, and Mom's here. Duh. I saw the sword in front of her name and just didn't register that there was a star next to that. Wasn't even paying attention. Oh, hey, thanks, babe. Snack Fairy came. Dang. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, I made that turn. I'm good. I got distracted by my Snack Fairy. No, it's fine. Finally got a new PC and you're upgrading everything? Awesome, dude. You just got a GTX Titan XP? Are you kidding me? Isn't that video card like $1,000? Oh my God. I don't want to spend $350 on a video card. I mean, that's how much mine cost, but $1,500. Oh my God. I could almost build an entire new computer for that much. Actually, I could, because I would build a streaming PC that doesn't need to game, so I wouldn't need a video card for it. I just need a capture card. Okay, hold on. Come on, Banana, work with me. Don't. Alright, we're driving off-road now. Hold on. Banana? Yeah, like we were saying, Kalu, it's not like it's a situation where your computer's going to catch fire or anything. It's just like, if you want to cool your computer down a little more, get it up off of the carpet and take it out and dust it. You'll be good. That'll help you out a lot. Hey, Cappy, come hand feed me. No, I'm kidding. Wow, she was all willing to do it and stuff. Holy crap. Your whole computer is about $3 grand? Well, okay, so your computer is about the same as mine, with the exception of the video card, then. Did you go Intel or AMD? i7 7700? Okay. You just really plan on gaming, not necessarily streaming, correct? Because if you're going to game, you're set. I even think that processor's pretty darn good at streaming as well. It's definitely superior to mine as far as single core processing speed for gaming. Hey, Mom. Last time this happened, it was broken all night, and then it started working again in the morning. Is that correct? Okay, but yeah, it was broken for a while. I wasn't able to fix it, and then it eventually fixed itself, is basically what I was getting at. My best suggestion, Mom, at this point would be to contact your internet provider and just tell them, hey, this has happened before and it went away eventually, but I'd like to know if it's just you guys doing maintenance or what's going on. Is there an actual problem, or do I need to adjust some settings here or something? Because I seriously do not think that the problem is with your computer in any way. If you call them and they say, no, there's nothing, all the settings are the same, and then like tomorrow morning, for example, it just starts working again, then I would say they're lying. And bro code. I am available for convoy for whoever shows up, but currently speaking, I let everybody know in Discord that I was driving and anybody was welcome to join me, and nobody has showed up, so I think they're all busy at the moment, which is fine. But we might have people join us in a little bit. Well, while there is a possibility it's Microsoft Outlook, I don't think so. She uses their, well, she uses Gmail. Oh, wait. Hold on. You use Gmail. Crap, I was thinking you used your internet provider's email service still. Well, crud. Remind me when I'm about to stop streaming, and I'll check it out for you real quick. Sorry, I was not even paying attention to what I was talking about. So no, calling your internet provider won't help at all. Have you rebooted your computer since your email started giving you problems? No, okay. I'm curious. That might indicate if it's a problem with Microsoft Outlook. If you get a second, if you're willing to now, I would say close the stream, reboot your computer, come back up, try your email again, rejoin the stream, and let me know. Because it may be, if you reboot and it fixes it, it's definitely something with Microsoft Outlook causing the problem. And then we'll need to figure out what's doing that. And hey, this guy, you can go ahead. I don't know if you're on a PC now. Well, you're probably not because you said you're without a PC at the moment, but I was going to say, if you're in Discord, aren't you? Do you go by a different name in Discord? Because I don't think I've seen your name around recently. But you can, if you do have access to an easy setup, you can go ahead and start like setting up the accounts and go ahead and apply to the RSQ company. That way you've got that part ready once you get your computer all set up. Mr. Panda Shark. Good enough for me. I just ask that your name that you set up for TruckersMP, that you have, like mine says AwesomeMattG up there, the name you set up for TruckersMP and World of Trucks and all that, I'd like it to probably be either this guy 93 or Mr. Panda Shark, so I can remember who you are. Because if it's like a third or fourth different name, I'm gonna lose track of who you are really fast. Or maybe this is the Steam name. I don't know what it's pulling this name from. I think it's pulling it from TruckersMP. Yeah, I'm not trying to be picky about what name you choose. I just like to be able to keep it together in my mind. And if there's 3 or 4 different names across Discord, Twitch, Truckers, you know, Steam, I'm never gonna remember who you are in all the different places. So it just gets annoying when I'm constantly having to ask, hey, who are you again? And you're just like, oh my god, dude, I told you like 300 times. Why is AwesomeMattG so forgetful? I'm old. Hey, what's up, Barry? Oh, dude, Admiral Brocode, I didn't know you got promoted. You're going to be leading your own team of 20. You know I've asked you this before, but what is it that you do? You're not the paramedic, are you? That was Trika, wasn't it? Pretty sure that was Trika said. You're leading a group of 20 what? Engineers? Wait, were you a civil engineer? Who did you buy this computer from, Kalu? No computer company in their right mind would say opening a computer to clean it would void the warranty. That is the dumbest thing I've ever read. I mean, I'm not saying you're lying. I'd like to know who sold you that computer and put a sticker on it that says that. Wait, an Asus desk? That's the model number of your computer? Your computer is an Asus computer? Is this a laptop? Asus makes desktops? What? Or is it an Asus motherboard in your computer? Bought a new headset, but all the games that I need it for can't be played on your crap computer. Well, that sucks. Excuse me. Oh. That came out of nowhere. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, send me a link on Discord. I'd like to see this thing. Obviously don't open it yet. If it has a sticker on there that says this will void your warranty, don't open it. But I find that suspicious, especially from someone like Asus, to say don't open this computer, it voids your warranty. I'd call them up and be all like, how do I clean it? I want to dust this out. I don't think I want to park this. Where does it want that park job? Nope. Ouch. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. There's people that do that in the United States as well. But we only do it like... What the heck just happened? Alright, that was weird. They only do it like once every 5 or 7 years or some weird arbitrary number like that. Maybe it's even longer. Maybe it's like 10 years, but... It sounds like you this is actually like a company and not the government that you work for, and you just do the work for the government. But that's pretty cool, man. Oh, my day was okay. No major complaints. Ooh, shit. You're contracted by the government. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So you're going to be like the supervisor for like 20 dudes out in the fields that run around to going and checking it businesses and residences and taking census information. That's pretty cool, dude. Congrats. Obviously, you're good at your job. Alright, let's take a look at the city real quick. There is no repair station here. Alright. I guess I'll just drive a damaged truck around for a little bit longer. Alright, I don't want to sort by destination. I want to sort by price. To Hobbs, New... Oh my god. Look at that job. Holy cow. I could also go to Gallup, which is a much shorter job, but pays a significantly higher amount. It looks like it's actually like $700 less, but I'm also driving like 700 less miles. Saturday. Okay, yeah, definitely remind me when I'm stopping the stream, Mom, and we're gonna check that out, see what's going on. Something's messed up. Alright, so, well, let's go pick up my load real quick. That'll help dictate how I drive. One way or the other, we're gonna get this figured out. Yeah, dude. I'm obsessed. so much fun, Sidian. I am going to implement a schedule, however, pretty soon. It's gonna force me to stick to a schedule so that I can actually complete some games.
Showcase your bits.
Hey, 100 bits. Thanks, man. Appreciated. So in the next couple of days, I will post a schedule in Discord as well as at the bottom of Twitch chat. And then I'm going to try to stick to that schedule.
Showcase your bits.
Hey, 300 bits. Thanks, dude. Apparently you were trying to send 400. It's all good, man. See you later, Roman Letters. Thanks for hanging out, dude. You eventually want to work for Pratt & Whitney, top aerospace company in Canada. Aerospace. So I guess that would be like... it wouldn't be comparable to NASA, but I would say it's probably comparable to something like Boeing or... who's the other big aeronautical company in the U.S.? There's two big ones. Anyway, probably like a Boeing equivalent. That's awesome, dude. Hey, Maestro, what's up? Oh, dang. Ironhead is hosting me. Thanks, Ironhead. Ironhead from the Iron Brigade, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, I didn't even see what path I was taking. Whoops. Theoretical physics and space technology. That's awesome, dude. How's my night going? Going pretty well. We've made a... We just started our company in like this year. And we're already number 12? I think. If we haven't changed in ranking, we're number 12 already, which I am like shocked that we grew that quickly. I know you guys and Eagle's Nest are gonna be like going back and forth for number 1. Otters, yeah. The game looks a little too dark. Well, I can turn my headlights on. What's my company? RSQ, which is short for Red Shirted Squires. It's a combination of my Twitch community, the Red Shirts, and another Twitch community by another friend of mine whose name is Drillian, and his is the Squires. So I just kind of combined the two communities together and we formed one trucking company with that. But yeah, I think my goal for the company is going to be to get us into the top 10. Just if I can get to 10 and just stick there, I'm happy with that. I don't expect to get much higher than that because after that it jumps to like every rank after that like doubles the number of miles that they have, and I'm just like, I don't think we're going to put that many miles down, but getting into the top 10 would be awesome. Shoot for top 5. I don't know, man. I'm gonna need a lot more drivers for that. I think our company right now only has 7 or 8 employees total. So I think if I can get to like a dozen, the top 10 is going to be easy. I'd have to get a lot more employees. Like up with you two guys, the Iron Brigade and Eagle's Nest, I think you both have like 30 some odd employees each. Oh no, it's late in the day. It's 7:45. So the sun's about to go down. It's going to get real dark here pretty soon. But yeah, man, thanks for the host, dude. I really appreciate it. Thanks to Texas Vet TV and me watching him convoy with you guys got me interested in this again. And I was like, multiplayer's easy? Let's do it. Sitting at just under 50. Holy cow. Alright. Never mind. I was a little off. Yeah, dude. I don't think I could go back to play single player. Like, even right now, I'm just driving by myself. Nobody else in the community could convoy with me, so, it's all good. Not having to worry about what the heck the AI is going to do is just, it feels so good. Like, is this car in front of me all of a sudden going to drop 30 miles an hour for no reason? No, it's definitely not a problem on your end, Sidium. During night driving, the game is extremely dark. But that's intentional. Yeah, dude, all the otters are coming in today. I think we've had 3 more otters, which is awesome. Yeah, exactly. With this, I can interact a lot more with the community, which I really enjoy. That guy, little toot. What's up, dude? Ah, that's funny. Yeah, because it's kind of like a jam, isn't it? It's got the consistency of like cranberry juice, cranberry sauce, almost. Much softer. Okay. Barry Never Pie says hi. Didn't you forget who he was?
No, I was like rude to him.
Oh, you were rude to him. That's what it
Like I
was.
am weird.
She doesn't care that you're here, Barry.
Football is the one you never remember.
Yeah, football's the one I never remember.
No, Barry was the one that I was.
She ignored you. Ah,
Or, yeah, or I get this like
sadness. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the guy who's constantly pie, right?
Yes.
If he had a twin, we would call them together. We would call them Tao. Wow, that's a nerd joke. I am not a pie. But Kaylu, you sent me a link to your computer, right? I'd like to look that thing up and see how to clean it properly so I can give you some pointers. I'm still surprised. I can't fathom that Asus actually makes a desktop. See, I got a straightaway here. I'm tempted to Alt-Tab out in this straightaway and look at it real quick. Hold on. Let me actually get to the straight part. Nobody is near me at the moment. Alright. No, she had an Acer. Oh, wait. Why am I talking about it like that? I've got my phone right here. I'll just pull up Discord on my phone. Duh. I don't have to alt-tab at all. Let's not hit the sign. It was in Tech Talk. There it is. Itchy nose. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, it's one of these things. Okay. Wow. Now I remember seeing these. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna have to do a little more looking into that. Why is my nose so itchy? Looks like I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing coke. Kalu has this really unique computer case. Well, the computer itself is unique, but the case it comes in is absolutely not standard. So we're trying to figure out a way to properly clean it without him having to take it to like a computer shop that Asus recognizes. But as an Asus computer, I know it's going to be, the internals are going to be built well. So I think the main thing of getting it up off of the floor would be good. And then initially you could just blow it out by aiming for all of, rather than opening the chassis, just aim for all of the open vents and blow air in the bottom and front, go to the back of the chassis and blow air through the back and through the top. And you may think to yourself, I'm just blowing the dust that's near the back of the computer back into the computer. And I mean, while yes, that's technically correct, once you crank your computer back on, obviously do all the cleaning while it's off. Once you turn the computer back on, most of the fans are going to just and just cough all that loose dust back out. So you won't have to worry about it too much. It's at least a start, you know? It'll get a lot of the fluffy stuff to come out. Now, where it becomes a bigger concern is if you or someone that lives with you is a smoker. That becomes an issue with cleaning your computer. Because cigarette smoke, or any kind of smoke of a cigarette-esque type, hint hint, is extremely fine and very, very sticky. So that might be a problem. Wait, what am I doing? Ethane. Okay. You have a family member that smokes, but he smokes outside. Okay, it's probably not an issue then. Like, for example, I had a family member that smoked for a long time, and my computer was fine because he never smoked in the room with my computer in it. But his computer, and he would smoke at his computer very often. When I eventually got around to cleaning it one day, I was just like, oh my God. There was orange dust all in it, and it was all super sticky. Oh, it was so gross. And that was not easy to get clean. I was taking fans out and washing them. It was bad. Yellow components. Yeah, pretty much. Anything white turned like a yellowy brown. Like his computer, his case was a white case when we bought it. Well, not white. It was like beige. But, you know, there were obvious like thick brown streaks going up the side of it where his cigarette smoke would just meander up the side. Ugh. So bad. Where are we going? Gallup, that's right. But yeah, City, and back to what you and I were talking about. I'm gonna... Basically, my schedule is gonna be... Like, a couple of days during the week, I'm gonna do trucking, because... Let's face it, this is like my new crack. A couple of days a week, I'm gonna do a primary game. So the first game is gonna be The Witcher. So I'm gonna The Witcher 2. So I'm gonna spend probably at least 2 days a week playing The Witcher, so that I can try to get through that game and actually complete it. And then Saturdays and Sundays are going to be free play, where I'll obviously do the Saturday soiree when it's up. And then when I do stream, either morning or afternoon, depending on whether I stream at those times on those days, I'll stream whatever I feel like. Like, I may stream more trucking, I may do golf, I may stream something else. And then, of course, once I'm done with The Witcher 2, I'll cycle in another one of the games that I had started and hadn't finished, like Alien Isolation or Final Fantasy X. And then once I get those done, I'll move on to something I haven't played yet, which, now that I've got the new motherboard and processor, will probably end up being Assassin's Creed Syndicate, because I'll be able to stream it again. Yeah, I think it's a good idea for me as well. When I only did YouTube videos, it kind of forced me to stick to my own schedule, because I wanted to make sure I had videos available to come out. But now that I'm not doing YouTube, I'm streaming, I'm like, well, I just want to play what either I want to play or what the fans enjoy watching. And while that makes it entertaining for me and you, it also makes it to where I'll get halfway through a game and just be all like, I want a truck, and then I'll just never finish the game. So I also want to finish games. Your last computer was given a proper send-off, playing Still by the Ghetto Boys. Like in Office Space, and smash the crap out of it with bats. Nice. Well, what's really cool is in my IT company, we do computer recycling for our clients. So if our clients buy a new copier or printers or new workstations, and they've got a bunch of old IT equipment they want to get rid of, they bring it to our office, we store it in this shed out back, and then every few months a recycling company comes and picks up all our electronics, takes it back and melts it down for like the gold and the platinum and things like that that are in all these electronics. But when Christmas comes around and we have our Christmas party, periodically we'll take a bunch of the computer components like servers or copiers or things like that, and we'll take them out onto one of the owner's land, and he has a lot of guns, and we'll just go out and shoot at them. And oh, it feels good. Syndicate got your daughter into video game design as her career choice. So I'll have to look for her name in the credits in the future. Absolutely. As soon as your daughter is attached as a video game design person in the credits of video game, let me know what game and I'll play it, and then I'll point out her name in the credits. I will absolutely do that. Yeah, dude, Texas, man. I know you guys have much stricter, well, okay, that's not the recycling part, Sidian. That's just us doing stress relief. We just then send those computer parts to the recycling company with some extra copper and lead. But yeah, I bet you could call a gun range over somewhere in Canada nearby you and ask them, hey, if I bring a computer over, how much would you charge me to let me shoot my computer on your range? You can't have been the first person to ask them this. I'm gonna do this extra bit here, because I think I've come this way before. If not, I will again. Okay, I have. Awesome. Oh, almost hit that reflector. Let's turn my brights on here. Took out that stop sign. That's alright. Nobody stops in multiplayer pretty much anyway. Really, Sidian? I didn't know that. Is that why you wanted me to play Alien Isolation? It's because your name is in the credits somewhere? Well, thanks, Bro Code. I appreciate the love, dude. 10% to my truck. Ugh. I wish that dude had not just T-boned me earlier. I don't think you and I ever discussed what you do in gaming, or what you do for a job at all, really. I was just like, hey dude, you want to go play Sniper Elite? You're all like, yeah. Or actually it was the opposite. Hey Matt, you want to play Sniper Elite with me? And I was like, yeah. Now I'm trying to think of German gaming companies. A lot of the gaming companies I'm thinking of in Europe are either Czech or Polish. But that's just because those are the companies I've dealt with in the past. Yeah, dude, definitely. If you go shooting at some computers, record that. Send it to me. That's going up on Discord. Man, you should know I don't have the best memory. I remember something about that vaguely. But I guess I kind of didn't register it as like important. What's up, Kuez? You were like, notice me, senpai. I'm noticing you now. What do you do? Are you an indie dev or what? Hey, more otters. What is up, new folks? I'll be honest, can you explain to me the charm of this game? Because I'm sure I'll play it and probably have fun, but I have the feeling that it wouldn't hook me up. I mean, I've been playing Farm Simulator and Goat Simulator. Okay, so if you like Farm Simulator and you enjoy playing that, this isn't too far off. I mean, obviously there's less immediate interaction with like how I'm constantly having to turn back and forth to make sure I'm doing my crops properly. Stuff like that, but the driving is far more accurate in American Truck or Euro Truck 2. I like the relaxing nature of the game in general. It's just nice to kick back, drive a truck for a couple hours at night, and just chat with the community. Plus, with the multiplayer mod that I'm using now, it gives me the opportunity to, you know, truck with my friends that also want to truck with me. Is this okay? The whole thing's gonna light up. Okay, never mind. Don't need to go in there. I can drive with my friends. We can track all our miles together in our trucking company and compete against other trucking companies all over the world for rankings, just kind of like a scoring system in other games. Like, for example, my trucking company that I run with another guy from another community is currently ranked number 12 in the world for American Truck Sim. Out of a couple of hundred, I think. So we're not doing too bad. Is there an objective or a way to beat the game? No, not really. It's a simulator. It's not intended to be beaten. There are goals. So a truck gang. The scoring system per se, Bonnie, is it's all online. It's not in the game because multiplayer is a mod. It's not actually part of the base game. So you download the mod, you install it on the game, you launch the mod, which launches the game in multiplayer mode, and then the mod has their own webpage where they keep track of all the companies that are using their servers. So this scoring system is all on a website. But it's a website that you monitor. If you start your own company, or if you join my company, for example, you can see all the other drivers, what kind of mileage they've put up, how much money they've made individually, and then how that totals up in a grand total for the entire company. How much does the game cost, and where can you get it? If I'm not mistaken, the game is currently the base game is currently $20 on Steam. And then if you're only primarily concerned with additional maps to drive on, the only map DLC available for for American Truck Sim is New Mexico, and I believe it's $9. There are other mods, other DLC for the game that give you some alternate features, like there's a heavy cargo DLC that will allow you to pull really heavy loads. And there's also a special... No, that's not in this game. Never mind. That's it. There's also paint jobs. There's paint job DLC. But that's obviously not super important. If you're into paint jobs, then there's plenty out there. Those are usually like $2 or $3. No, the controls are pretty easy. I use keyboard and mouse. A bunch of the really like hardcore truckers have steering wheels with gear shifts and brake pedals and accelerator pedals. Or if you use like an Xbox controller or a Logitech USB controller, you can use a game controller for it. See you later, Maestro. Have a good one. No crashing, no promises. I can't control other drivers. Ah, you do educational games. Okay, Sidian. Gotcha. What other drivers? It's multiplayer. There's other drivers on here. They just may not be nearby me at the moment. In the single player mode of the game, there is AI traffic that you have to contend with. But in multiplayer, all the AI traffic is replaced with real-life players. Is the map the whole US? Not currently, but that is their goal. The map currently consists of California, Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico. And with the base game, you get California, Nevada, and Arizona. I think the pixelation might just be stream related, because in game all the buildings are very crisp. But hey, good night, man. Thanks for stopping by and asking questions. If you have any more later, feel free to drop in again. I'm more than willing to answer any question you have. Is it like real California or is it made up roads? It's mostly real. Like they do take artistic liberty with some of it, but the large highways are accurate. The cities are in the right locations. The streets within the cities are not very accurate, but oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying you were leaving. You were saying goodnight to Maestra. Gotcha. Yeah, California is not super pleasant. I can't imagine it would be awesome to drive there. The traffic just sounds horrible in real life. But I'm looking forward to their additional DLC that they'll be coming out with eventually. I'm pretty confident their next one is going to be Pacific Northwest, which will probably be Oregon, Washington. And there is a very good chance that they're already working on Texas, which I am super excited for because that's where I live. But then they've also got to do like Utah, Colorado. Oh yeah, the distance between cities is shortened. Well, I'll rephrase that. The distance is accurate. It's just that the length of time in real life it takes you to traverse the distance is extremely shortened. Like roughly, I think it's 1 hour in game takes about 5 minutes of real life drive time, give or take. So like a 6-hour trip should take, a 6-hour trip in my GPS down there will take roughly 30 minutes in real life to drive it. Have I ever seen a hole in the road? There are, I think it was the New Mexico DLC introduced random road encounters where periodically there will be a car pulled off on the side of the road that's broken down, or a construction crew that's resurfacing one of the lanes, or other things more advanced than that. Like, because we're out in the middle of the desert in some of these states, they'll have like a little single prop engine plane that crashed but landed on the highway, so it's taking up some of the room and you got to get around it. There is weather. The game already has built-in rain, and there's a huge modding community behind both American Truck and Euro Truck, and there are mods for snow and other weather conditions. The multiplayer server has a included mod for winter weather, so you can check it off and it'll add snow to everything. So there'll be snow on the roads that you have to drive through and stuff like that. There are also certain road conditions. For example, most of the roads are paved, but in certain areas the roads will be either dirt roads or, in the United States, I know it as caliche, but it's basically like a gravel road, and it'll change the kind of grip that your truck has on the road surface and adjust how you drive accordingly. So that's interesting. Plus, you have to factor in, do you have enough gas for your trip? Do you have to stop for gas? In normal gameplay, there's a sleep meter that will crank up, and then you have to sleep on a regular basis. There's a couple of other factors. There are traffic violations, so you have to obey the laws of traffic. I have a lot of those things turned off in multiplayer, just because they only really affect with AI traffic. And so with AI traffic turned off, it's not as big of a deal. See you later, Bro Code. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Congrats on the promotion. Yeah, absolutely, Bonnie. Check it out. I've got, like right now, I have 10% damage to my truck. So I'm going to have to go get that damage repaired. Somebody T-boned me earlier in the game. So a little bit of the damage is just normal wear and tear on the truck tires from driving. But somebody, like, smashed into my truck and did 9% damage. So that was from an accident. Not caused by me, thank you very much. Also, when you start, you don't own your own truck. You have to do work for other companies that pay less, and then you don't control what the truck looks like. You just drive a random truck. Then once you earn enough money, you can buy your own truck, or you can take a loan from the bank and buy your own truck that way. Then you, of course, you have to pay off the loan. You can buy vehicle garages or trucking garages where you can store additional trucks, hire employees to drive your trucks, and then they'll make you additional money that way. When I'm done with this delivery, I will have enough experience to level up, so I can show you the level up system, which helps determine how far you can drive, how good you are at saving fuel, by like how well you drive saves fuel, what kind of loads you can take as cargo. There's a pretty in-depth leveling system. I think you can't get everything until you're like level 45 or something. So there's a lot of stuff. But currently in the game there are only 4 trucks, which is unfortunate. In Euro Truck 2, which is made by the same company, they have like 16, 18 trucks, I think. They just haven't gotten the licenses from the trucking companies to put them in here yet. However, they did say that when they get licenses for more trucks, those will be free patches to the game. So additional trucks will not cost you money. Well, not to have them available to you to purchase in the game, but you don't have to buy a DLC to get the truck. They'll just, all of a sudden, they'll release a patch and it'll change a couple of the trucking dealers in the game to a different company. and then you go over there and buy a new truck with your in-game currency that you earned. And yes, you have different chassis, different gas tanks, different engines, different transmissions, different cab sizes. You can change what goes on the outside of your truck, what goes on the inside of the cab. You can put on different tires. You can change your paint job. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. My nose is super itchy tonight. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, I'll probably be there in about 20 minutes, and then I'll show you the leveling system. Then I'll want to go repair the truck, so I'll show you the system for upgrading your truck. But yes, everybody pretty much agrees with you, Bonnie. The game needs more trucks. Nobody would argue that fact at all. My nose is itchy because I haven't played The Witcher 2 lately. You are not incorrect, sir. I need to play The Witcher 2. I think I'll probably play that tomorrow. I got to a new area in The Witcher 2 and like talked to everybody in town and then saved and quit. And haven't gone back since. And this is roughly the same place I quit last time, so I definitely don't want to quit now. I want to finish that game. I really like it. And then I have to finish Final Fantasy X, which I'm about halfway done with. So I'll probably do Final Fantasy X before I finish Alien Isolation Sidian. But I'll probably pick up Alien Isolation on one of my free days that I stream. Yeah, exactly. I was in a completely different section. Final Fantasy X is Lightning Returns. No, that's 13-2. 10 is the one with Tidus and Waka, Riku, Kumari, Yuna, Lulu, those characters. What's the goal of this game? Deliver cargo. Level up. Buy new trucks, buy more garages, hire new employees, deliver more cargo. Oh, that's another thing I didn't cover, Bonnie. If you look right here, when I go through this intersection, in the bottom right where my GPS is, you'll see there's yellow roads and gray roads. Gray roads are roads that I have not personally driven on yet, and yellow roads I have driven on. And so that's another thing you can do, is you can paint all the roads. And there's a progression meter for how many roads you've driven on. Yeah, create a trucking empire, basically. So I think currently I'm in like the 30% range for painting all the roads. Once you get to about 90, it really slows down. Flagstaff. Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. Whoop, whoop. Oh no, my computer alt-tabbed. What are you doing, computer? Oh Jesus, I almost crashed into the wall. That dude made a mistake. probably pass this guy up because he's carrying a heavy load. He'll be going a little slower than normal. We're gonna go around this guy. Make sure I give him enough room. Move back ahead of him. But yeah, all those dudes I just passed, they're all real people. I'm playing on the European server, so I bet you anything they would not understand what I was saying. Unfortunately, Europe is the only server up right now because they took the American one offline. Hopefully they get that fixed soon. What am I transporting? I'm transporting 18 tons of ethane in a, well, you can't really see it, but there's a tanker that I'm hauling. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, but it looks like your standard gasoline tanker. You can use a steering wheel with pedals and a gear shift. I don't. I use keyboard and mouse. Normally, you do have to stick to the speed limits. However, I have traffic violations disabled in the game, so I can speed if I want to. Because I'm playing in multiplayer where there is no AI traffic, I normally speed through town and I run stop signs and red lights as long as there's no other multiplayer guys around me. If there's other players around me, I'll slow down a little bit and I'll make sure to play close to the brakes with stop signs and red lights, because if somebody's coming at the intersection, I'm gonna let them go. But if you're playing single player, there is a lot of AI traffic on the road. It's more entertaining to play with traffic violations enabled. So you have to drive the speed limit, you stop at stop signs, etc. There are police on the road that will pull you over. Well, they don't pull you over and give you a ticket, but a cop car will drive by and it'll turn its lights on, and then you'll get a little thing in the bottom that says you got a ticket. But yeah, I have traffic violations disabled, and I have, I forgot the name of it, but I have the feature where I have to sleep. I have that disabled. So I don't have to stop and sleep periodically. I just have to fill up on gas every once in a while. You can also, as far as the controls are concerned, you can also use a game controller, like an Xbox controller, or like I have a Logitech controller that I use for other games. I just don't use for this one. Fatigue, thank you, Oats. Fatigue simulation, I have that disabled. So my driver never gets tired. I have all that stuff turned on for my single player character, but I have it all turned off for multiplayer just because if I'm going to be driving with like 10 other dudes, I don't want to have to stop because I need to sleep and nobody else does, you know? Yeah, you can definitely play with a steering wheel. You use a Logitech gamepad? Yeah, so do I. Well, oh, not in this game. I have a Logitech F310 that I use for like Super Nintendo emulation and a couple of other games. I was playing F-Zero on GameCube the other day. I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested in watching me play that on stream, but I may do that on one of my free stream days. Play some F-Zero. That was fun. It's a very, very fast game. What game am I expecting this year? Well, okay. True enough, Oats, but when I'm streaming, that doesn't... If I lean back while I'm gaming, I get out of the camera. And at that point, kind of defeats the purpose of that one. I'm trying to think of what games this year I'm looking forward to. Probably the new God of War. I really enjoyed 1 through 3. I'm hoping it gets released on PC, but... That's awesome, Sidian. I'm trying to think of other games that are coming up. Nothing is immediately coming to mind. Most of the series that I'm really dedicated to have had a game come out recently enough that there's not going to be a new game for them this year.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
Streamer on Twitch. Hey, what's up, Pamphagas? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm trying. Thanks for the subscription with Twitch Prime, man. I appreciate it. Let me get some Mindies in the chat for the new sub. Hamphagus, maybe? Ah, name pronunciations. The bane of my existence. Anyway, Anthem or Far Cry? I'm probably going to be more excited for Far Cry when it gets closer to the date, just because, what was it? Far Cry 4 was kind of eh. It didn't seem that much different from Far Cry 3. I really enjoyed Far Cry 3, but Far Cry 4 just felt like it was more of the same, you know? So maybe 5 will be more exciting because it's in the United States. Anthem? I don't know. I'm bitter at Anthem. And not because it's their... Not because of anything Anthem did. Yeah, Far Cry 3 was awesome. Far Cry 4 was just because it felt like Far Cry 3 again. Where'd the haul start? It started in... God, where did it start? Northern Nevada. I can't remember the name. I'm bitter at Anthem solely because I know that Mass Effect Andromeda was basically a really expensive tech demo for a lot of the features that are in Anthem. And I really wanted Mass Effect Andromeda to be good, and it was just okay. And I feel like EA was telling BioWare to put a lot of the features into Andromeda with the anticipation of making Anthem the next big IP. And thus they ended up kind of just pooping all over Andromeda. Winnemucca. That's where it started. And no, I don't think Anthem is an MMO. I think it's a multiplayer. This is the thing. It's an online multiplayer game, but it's online in the aspect of you are online the same way SimCity was online. It's not multiplayer with online players. It's cooperative with online players up to 4, and then the scoring system is online. It's that part's a little confusing. Really, those are my 2 park jobs. That one's probably a back in, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull forward. Yeah, I think this job said it was $58,000. So let's park this job, and then we'll go to a repair station. It's kind of a cool place to park. Yeah, I definitely would have had to back in there, because there's concrete barriers in the way. Alright, so we're going to pull over like this, and swoop back. That should be good. That should line me up. And it didn't. Cool. Yeah, that's why when I watch footage from like E3, I don't get excited about it at all. Because it's all scripted and it's all fake. And it's very disappointing when they're all like, here, let's get these 4 people on stage to kind of co-op together and show you guys what the experience is like. And you're like, this is all pre-recorded. There's no way it looks this good. Everybody's so, like, coordinated. And it's always so campy. Alright, so I got a damage penalty there. I damaged my cargo 1.2%, so they took off $3,300 and 116 experience for that. Which is fine. Still netted 64 grand. 2,100 experience. We leveled up. So for example, here's the leveling system, Bonnie. You've got hazardous cargo style. You have to unlock each one of these, which I've already unlocked, which allows you to carry either explosives, gases, flammable liquids, flammable solids, toxic and infectious substances, or corrosives. Long distance, which allows you to take jobs for a longer distance, obviously. High value cargo. I only have 1 point here because the first rank unlocks high value cargo. Everything else just gives you more rewards for completing them. Same thing with fragile. This unlocks fragile. The rest just give me higher rewards. Just in time, I have 2 because rank 1 gives me important and rank 2 gives me urgent. After that, everything is higher rewards. And then I've got fuel economy, which enables me to save gas while driving. So I maxed out all my hazardous cargo. I've got my long distance to the second highest because no 2 cities in the game are more than 2,500 miles apart, so I don't need the last one yet. If they add Texas or if they add Oregon, Washington, I will absolutely need that one. But I'm going to put that off for now because I'm working on leveling up fuel economy just to make it so I don't have to stop so often. Then once fuel economy is maxed out, I'll just start putting points in these to give me more money. So that's the leveling. Let's go. There's got to be... Okay, good. There's a repair station right there. And I have to pass a gas station to get there. Perfect. So let's go over there, and I'll show you the truck customization options we've got. And then, of course, now that I have no cargo, my truck goes so much faster. Well, it doesn't go any faster, but it accelerates a lot faster. And turns on a... not on a dime, but you know what I mean. Turns better. Fuel economy does have something to do with the route you take. But the fuel economy leveling up just makes it so that your truck has better miles per gallon. The in-game story behind it is that you as a trucker have gotten more experienced, so you know when to brake and when to accelerate on different gradients of the road, so that you don't use as much gas while you're driving. But basically it's just like, no, you have more MPG. That's what it is. Let's pull in here. I'm going to map out a lot of this because these all seem to be connected. This place is getting mapped out. We'll pull into this gas station. Loot boxes are already confirmed for Anthem. I don't have a problem with loot boxes as long as they are... what's it called? As long as they're for appearances only. Like, they don't give you any in-game abilities. So if loot boxes give you skins and give you, like, emotes and stuff like that, I got no problem with them. It's when loot boxes give you access to higher cosmetic. God, Oats, you are the bomb, dude. You are finishing all my sentences for me today. Thank you. It's when they give you weapons that actually make it better for you. They give you experience boosts so that you level up faster. Things like that give you an edge in the gameplay. Nope. Get rid of that. Gone. Okay, here's the thing. I completely trust the developers. I trust BioWare. I don't trust EA. It's EA I'm afraid of, not BioWare. Okay. You'll finish my sandwiches if I have any? Sorry, man, I've already eaten. You should have told me earlier. I had snacks. Okay, so we're going to service the truck. And you can see where the damage is to my truck right now. 10% to my chassis. That's from where the guy T-boned me. So we repair that. I can go to the upgrade shop. I currently have the stand-up sleeper. There's a bigger one which gives me a larger sleeper cab that'll go up to like here. I have the best chassis available to this particular truck. I just selected it, and I can show you these cabs. No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'll fix my paint job here in a second. This is a 6x4 300-gallon tank, which these change your the amount of heavy cargo I have in the top right-hand corner there. So I can haul more heavy objects without having as big of an effect. Then I've got my engines. They have different horsepower ratings, different torque, different foot-pound ratios for brakes and RPM. Then we have transmissions. I'm waiting for this one at level 20. Interior. So I can have a standard or an advanced interior. I took the advanced one because it's got the wood grain, and it matched my steering wheel and my steering knob, which was nice. Paint job. Let's go back and select my paint job again. There we go. That's better. Nice. You also have like all these other paint jobs that are custom. which are really cool looking. Custom metallic, and you can go and choose whatever paint color you want. And then there's more that I haven't unlocked. Where's mine? There it is. Accessories. So each one of these gray dots on the truck is a place where I can swap out components. So like, for example, up here, I could have these radiants or I could remove them. I've got different sun shields. I've got different metal deflectors up front, of which I don't have one. Why don't I have one? I'll put that deflector on there. Different side mirrors. I can have square ones or circulars. Different kinds of bumpers. I can have different brush guards on the front. I can have little flags on the side here like that. I could change my tires or my rims, including the nuts, the hubs. I could change my side skirts. I could change the exhaust. I could have single, double, or eco, which is an exhaust underneath. Anyway, see you later, Sidian. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Same thing with interior. There's a bunch of marks in here that I can adjust items on. You look behind me and see my sleeping cabin. But I think I'm going to keep it like this for now. I'm waiting to see what this cab looks like, and I'm waiting to see what this transmission is. But those are both at level 20. I think those are the only things I have left, besides additional paint jobs. No, you can't change the seats right now. There are mods that will allow you to do it, but in this version, there's not an option to change these seats. Different trucks will have different seats as well. So what did I buy? See order. Oh, that's right. I got the deflector. Okay, we'll buy that. But for example, truck manager. I have a second truck. That's mine. There's this one. And it's got another completely different set of options here. I can change its to a large cabin. I can give it a larger chassis. Different engines for this truck. Different transmissions for this truck. The interior is completely different. Different paint job options here as well. Some of them are the same and some of them are unique. Same thing with this stuff. This can all be changed. Pretty neat. Yeah, tons of customizations. And then there's two other trucks that are Kenworth. Can I go to a Kenworth dealer? I have not. Yes. Buy online. You must own at least 3 trucks before I can buy online. Okay, never mind. So I can't buy online. That's okay. We're going to take one more job before we stop for the night. So let's look at the job list here. What pays well? That goes to Elko, Stockton. Is there anything to San Diego or Carlsbad? Maybe even LA? Here's some LA jobs. Carlsbad. Paint. This is a simple job. Just paint. Let's do that one. That'll take us around Southern California. That'll be interesting. I don't think I've driven down there yet. No, there's in multiplayer in areas where a lot of trucks will be, like in this area where you would want to repair your truck anyway. They introduce no clipping, so you can clip into other drivers. But as soon as you get on the road, the clipping mode turns off, and then you can strike other drivers again. So you definitely want to be careful of that. Let's turn my brights back on so we can see where I'm going. So we're going to go back to that chemical place we were just at. Pick up a truck full of paint. And then we're going to haul it down to Southern California real quick. Yeah, my goal eventually in the game is to buy all the garages and have them all stocked with employees and trucks. And there's a garage in every single city. So that's a lot of garages. And by the time you start getting close, they're going to add DLC. More garages. Oh, you know what game I am pretty interested in playing? There's this, there's a jailbreak game coming out. Only one garage per city? Yeah. But the garage starts by holding 3 trucks, and you can upgrade the garage to hold up to 5 trucks. And there's like 40 cities right now, I think. So it's a lot of garages. And a lot of employees. But there's a cooperative jailbreak game coming out, and I forget the name of it. But it's where you and one buddy get together and break out of jail together. Seems really interesting. A Way Out. Thank you. Yeah, I think I want to play. I think I want to co-op that with one of my buddies. Oh, that guy logged out. I should pull over and take a look at my route real quick. Okay, let's see how I'm driving here. Pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy through San Diego. Yeah, that seems fine. I'll take the default route. Not every city has a garage. I thought every city did. Maybe almost every city. I know there are more garages than there are repair stations, service stations. Or it sure feels that way. Okay, yeah, maybe there's not. I stand corrected. That's another game that I want to eventually play is Red Dead Redemption 1. I have not played that. There's also The Last of Us Part 2 coming out. I haven't played Part 1 of that either. And I heard that was amazing. Hey, I saw Ironhead on the list a second ago. He was just in chat. Darksiders 3, that's right. Has there been much of an update on that recently? Just a trailer? Was there a trailer that actually had, like, combat? No gameplay yet. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm interested to see how the whips work. I'm not 100% sure about that yet. I saw some gameplay, but it was like alpha gameplay footage where like they were in combat, but none of the hits actually looked like they were making contact, but damage was still occurring, so it was obviously not cleaned up yet. Oh, there goes Iron Brigade. He headed off somewhere else. What's up, Lobo Gaming? Pillar of Eternity, that's the RPG one, right? I have the initial, if that's the one I think of, I have the base game, but I don't have either of the two expansions that came out. I think they were winter-themed expansions. Like in the northern mountainous area, I guess. I don't know. You gotta watch me and do paperwork. Bummer. I need to play Assassin's Creed Syndicate so I can eventually get around to Origins, because my god, Origins looks so good. I want to play that so bad. Horizon Zero Dawn, that's a good game. I've not played it, but it looks super fun. It's very, very similar to Far Cry. As far as gameplay is concerned. Story is completely different, obviously. The story and the setting and all that stuff is vastly different, but I don't think I'll probably play Horizon Zero Dawn. It looks really fun, and I think I would enjoy it, but I watched an entire Let's Play of it already. And I was like, this game looks really cool, but I've seen everything now, so it's less exciting. I think I'd rather wait for Far Cry 5. Have I played War of the Chosen? Isn't that XCOM? XCOM 2, I think? I don't even own XCOM 2. I don't even own XCOM 1 DLC. I enjoy XCOM a lot, but I just feel I enjoy watching XCOM on like YouTube, but I don't think I would actually be good at it. I played XCOM, the one that's before Enemy Unknown. That's it, because the DLC makes it Enemy Within. I played Enemy Unknown, and I can get to like the 5th or 6th level. Like I do pretty good up until like the 2nd or 3rd like scripted story mission, and I just get my ass handed to me. There's one where you're in like a train station and you have to go through the train and disable like bomb beacons or something before the train leaves the station. And I'm just constantly getting torn up in that level. I think that's the level where they first start in introducing mutons, and the mutons just wreck my face. And I played that level for probably 2 or 3 days, for like 2 or 3 hours a day, and was just like, I'm done. Fuck this game. I just could not handle it. I don't know if I ever tried it on easy. Like, knock the difficulty all the way down. I think I was playing on normal, but... But I watch a couple of YouTubers that play XCOM on a regular basis, and I enjoy watching it. Yeah, the dudes I watch play on the hardest difficulty, and they play on hardcore, and they have Iron Man mode usually turned off. Well, no, they play with it turned off now because they play with like tons of mods that also make the game more difficult. And they breeze through the game. Like they'll beat the game in like maybe like 40 or 50 missions, and they'll have like one dead soldier at the end. And I'm just like, oh my god. Playing on the highest difficulty with mods that make the game even more difficult. And they still only lose, sometimes they don't even lose any soldiers throughout the entire game. And I'm just like, oh my god. You guys are crazy. When I was playing Enemy Unknown, I was losing like one soldier a mission. I need to get off here and stay at the left side of the Y. Is he going to be an AO again, basically? Nice. Back to what he originally trained for. That'll be a nice, like, return to familiarity, I think. Nice. Yeah. Christopher Odd is one of the guys that I used to watch a lot. And then I tend to prefer watching Marbazir now. But I still watch Christopher Odd periodically with his XCOM videos. I also watch a lot of other stuff Christopher Odd does. You watch Marbazir too? Yeah. I prefer Marbazir's faster pace in XCOM to Christopher Odd. Christopher Odd tends to be very, very defensive, like really defensive sometimes. But other times he just goes in like all willy-nilly and crazy. It's really weird trying to keep track of how he's going to do stuff sometimes. I also really like some of the other really obscure strategy games that Marbs plays, like, well, they're not really obscure, but they're less common. Like the, what's the space one that he played 2 or 3 times already? Where you, like, have to conquer part of the galaxy? I forget what that one was called. But that one was really fun. I also really enjoy him playing Civ 5. He's making serious tactical blunders. Interesting. Christopher Odd has like tons of seasons of XCOM though. Like he's got like 15 complete Let's Plays of XCOM or something crazy. Oh, what was that? Yeah, Marbazir also played a couple of rounds of the beta game where it was like he had a central heater in the middle of his ice area and he had to build a city out from that and go exploring. That was interesting. I'm looking forward to that game coming out and seeing what he does in that. Because it looked like he enjoyed that a lot. But I mean, the game limited to like 30 days. And then it would cut him off or something. Yeah, that one's beta. I'm not too keen on Civ 6, so he's playing like Nubia right now in Civ 6, and I've just kind of been ignoring it, hoping he starts another game side by side with it that I can watch. I don't like a lot of the changes they made to Civ 6. So it's not nearly as entertaining to me as Civ 5 is. No, not Billions. Billions 2, yeah, I like that one. But no, he played this one that was like post-apocalyptic, and there was a central structure that was like a furnace in like this snow area. And it created a heat range where he could build buildings and extend the heat range of his encampment, and people would get sick and he would have to like eat their dead corpses. It was really interesting. I forgot what that one was called. But it was also in beta. And the game literally would cut him off at a certain date range. It was all like, game stops. That's all we're going to cover in the beta. Yeah, what's up, Lucid? How are you doing? Frostpunk. That sounds very similar. I think that was it, yeah. It looked like he was getting a lot of entertainment out of that game. You're heading up to... Oh, for a second there, I thought you meant in ATS, and I'm like, how are you going to Kansas City? That place doesn't exist in the game yet. Never mind. You're going to Kansas City in real life. Sorry. But yeah, Marbs looked like he was having a blast in that game. So I look forward to that coming out and him playing more of that. That'll be fun. Oh good, it's 4:30 in game. That means it's going to start lightening up again. Yeah, I was all like, Kansas? How did you open Kansas? Why are you holding out on me, bro? Hook me up with the DLC. Let's do this. Duh. Also, I don't know if you guys were here earlier when Kaylee was around, but if you do an ! Discord in the chat, you can get a link to come join our Discord server if you want to follow me there. It'll make it easier because it's easier to keep track of when I'm going live, when I start planning convoy events or things like that, so y'all can come hang out as well. Yeah, no need to be a subscriber to get into Discord either, so feel free to join away. You got the connection with SCS? I swear to God, Lucid. I swear to God, if you have a connection with SCS, hook me up. Also, I know you're lying, but that's okay. Well, don't worry, Kalu. This is going to be my last delivery for the night. And then we're going to check to see what our company ranking is to see if we moved up. L9L. That's true, Lucid. L9L indeed. Oh, God. Oh, we hit the guardrail. I should have slowed down sooner. Whoops. Time to fix the paint. Kinda. Took some body damage. For those interested, Lucid is in our trucking company as well, so he'll drive with us periodically. But he does this in real life too, so. Yeah, I was hauling a 44-ton asphalt scraper, and a dude with no cargo came out of nowhere and T-boned my truck and my load and flipped his truck on its roof. And I just kind of did this number. It was like wham, and my truck was like boop. Just that. And I was just like, are you okay, dude? His truck's just on its roof, just sitting there. I was all like, well, I'm getting out of here. Later. Get like a 7-ton truck hitting a 7-ton truck carrying 44 tons. My truck barely felt it. And he flipped. It was hilarious. Yeah, basically. Oops, that was the wrong button. I wasn't sure if the guy just panicked that I was there or if he was angry that I was driving. I don't know what his deal was. But I mean, he flipped over, so he had to F7 and get out of there that way. He sat on his roof for a minute and then eventually popped out of existence, so I just drove off. I was willing to exchange information. Stupid. He was my fan and I got him nervous. They should have slammed on his brakes instead of hitting the gas. He damaged my truck a lot. I was just happy he only did 1% to the cargo. Almost all the damage was to my truck. How much did that one cost me for repairs? Not too much, because I have vehicle insurance. I think it cost me like $1,300. I was in this lane and he was in the lane next to me. There was no argument about right-of-way. We were going the same direction. On the same road. He came up from behind me and like swung out to the left and then came in and T-boned me. It was very weird. It looked super intentional, but it also could have been that he wasn't paying attention to where he was driving, and then he looked up and saw my truck like right there, and he panicked and swung out and then overcorrected back into me. It's a possibility. That's what I assumed happened. The blue icons, yes, those are rest points. Did I get a clip? No, but it's relatively soon into the stream. I'd say like 20 minutes in. So I'll probably go back and pull out a little highlight of it so that I'll post it in the Convoy Trucking channel in Discord so that you can see it. But he never came back. It wasn't like he was hunting me down. I was worried that it was somebody like trying to troll me and gonna start, driving after me and hit me again. But no, he never came back, so I just chalked it up to a mistake. Although it did make me want to look up to see how to report people just in case that does happen. Oh, also, Bonnie, there's also neat little random occurrences that the developers, like hidden Easter eggs that the developers threw in, like periodically in New Mexico, if you're driving through New Mexico at night, periodically you'll see a little UFO fly over like Roswell. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute that they did that. What's happening? Oh yeah. You see a helicopter right now? Those are standard. You'll see those pretty much everywhere. There's also some areas where you'll have crop duster planes fly over the top of you. That's also location based. I'm hoping when the Texas DLC comes out, they'll introduce cattle trailers. That'll be nice. There is a missile by the side of the road, however, Lucid. I think it's between someplace west of Roswell and Roswell. Along the side of the road, there's a little missile thing just sitting there. Also, thank you, Kalu. I will not forget to do this. Yeah, Las Cruces. There you go. Hey, discovered Yuma. Awesome. Yeah, the sun's starting to come up. I can turn my brights off. I think that's probably their shout out to White Sands without having to like show the military base. Apparently, I'm now in California. That's okay, Lucid. I'm used to it. It's all good. Oh, hey, Lucid, one of the... I'll have to go look to see if it's the actual owner of Iron Brigade, but one of the Iron Brigade guys stopped by the chat earlier and hosted me for a while. It was pretty awesome. He seemed pretty impressed that we just started trucking in January with like 8 employees and we're already number 12. Ironhead, yes. Ironhead 2017. I just need to go review their company to see if he was the head guy, but I think he is. Yeah, he gave us some props. He was all like, damn, you guys are doing really good. It was really cool of him to hang out for a few minutes. And then I saw him on the road a while back, but I never got close enough to honk at him. I think he was off in a city that I was passing up. Well, we're getting closer to our drop-off point. We're only about 2 hours away. So that's 10 to 12 minutes. Oh God, we got some sharp turns. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, goodness. Darkest Dungeon? Isn't that the one that's all, like gothic themed, where it's like a 2D progression thing and you fight through a dungeon and get loot, level up your dudes. You can have like dogs that help you out or something. It's hard to explain. I think I'm thinking of the right one. The characters kind of look like little paper cutouts a little bit. Not exactly, but kind of. Yeah, dude, once we get like, I would say on one of our Freight Fridays, when we've got like 5 or 6 people that are guaranteed to show up for Freight Friday, I may see if Texas Vet TV is doing a convoy that day and ask him if we can join in, tag along. That'll be fun. They're much quieter, however, on the radio. So we'll probably want to be in our own voice chat and then just have like their audio open so we can hear it. I don't know how I would do that. They don't talk nearly as much in Discord with the other drivers. They really talk. They talk to their chat in Twitch and then only talk about traffic issues on Discord. I don't know, we'd have to figure out how to do that so we're not annoying them while we're chatting. Maybe I'll bring my work laptop home and load up his channel on my laptop and just put it at like the lowest quality so it doesn't affect my streaming. We'll discuss it and see if we can figure out how to like work it out in our heads how we're gonna do it. This game does have a radio. I just have it disabled. I can't open it right now because I can't do it while I'm driving. But there is an in-game radio that you can link up to real world radio stations. You can also tell it to play music from your computer instead. Hey, more otters. Welcome, fellas. But yeah, I just have it disabled because I export these to YouTube. And I don't want to get like copyright strikes for the audio. Yeah, and there is a CB radio in multiplayer as well. So like, I can, or sound. No, it's under general, isn't it? Yeah, default CB radio channel is channel 18 for me right now. And I can change the channel. I need to get off here. Hold on. Let me get to a straight. So you can see my CB radio right there at the top of the screen. It says 18 on it. And so I can technically communicate with other drivers on the road with my CB radio. Where am I at? Carlsbad. I may come back and buy this garage because I think it's really far from all the others. Alright, we're very close to a drop-off point now. 3 or 4 minutes and we'll be there. Nice, the beach. Look at that. That looks cool. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Lobo. It's in Southern California, and I don't think I have a garage nearby. The nearest one I have is either San Francisco, or Las Vegas. Yeah, they're paragliding. So let's go make this delivery. The primary reason for me initially getting a bunch of garages is when we do trucking with each other, multiplayer, I want to be able to fast travel to where the other people are. And you can only fast travel to garages that you own. So if I don't own a garage nearby, and they don't own a garage near me, we have to drive to each other. Where's this go? Oh, right in front of me. Yeah, I'm going to park that. Why wouldn't I park that for a tiny bit more experience? There we go. A good chunk of experience. Looks like next load I take will get me to level 20, which will be awesome. So let's look. Where am I? Carlsbad. There's gas and repair right there. And then I'll come back over here and buy this garage, because I think... Yeah, I have San Francisco, I have Vegas. I need a garage over here. I need a garage in Albuquerque. Really, this isn't that far. Vegas to Carlsbad is not that bad. I need one in Albuquerque. So I think my next job I take, next time I drive, I'll drive over to Albuquerque and then buy the garage there. I've got enough money for it now. Okay, so let's go repair the truck. Fill up on gas. So we'll just drive over here and turn around. There we go. guys having fun unloading all that paint? So yeah, I think I'll save my money for the Albuquerque garage in that case. I don't have any garages in New Mexico at all. So that just makes sense. My blinker on for way too long there. Whoops. Oh, I need to show you my road completion, Bonnie, so you can see what I'm talking about with painting the roads. Let's get gas first, and then we'll come back and repair. Drive over to here. Oh, my head's covering it. Right here is a percentage reading, and currently mine says 50.39. So I have 50% of the gray roads painted yellow. I need to do a lot up here in Nevada and North California, and then some in eastern New Mexico. I wish they had percentages for each state. So as you got really close to 100, you could go to a specific state and clean up all the lines in that state, and then go, okay, New Mexico's 100%. Let me go somewhere else. Unfortunately, they don't. All right, so let's go fix the truck and stay here, and then we'll be ready for the next time we go trucking. Service. No real damage to the... Well, $257 worth of damage to the cabin. All right. So, that's going to be it for my stream for today. So if y'all want to follow me on Discord, !Discord in the chat, we'll get you a link to join there. I've also got my YouTube and Twitter links down below. And thanks for coming. I will see you guys next time. Don't worry, Mom. I didn't forget.